Money, safety, working hours. Negotiation season is open and PASS wants to hear from you. Stick around for some info on major movements in the Senate on the FAA reauthorization bill, and one of our members is helping veterans in a major way. For the first time in more than 10 years, PASS will be negotiating a new contract. Weeks ago, we told you that the FAA dropped its ULP against PASS, thus paving the way for some upcoming negotiations. This week, we're excited to introduce to you the Region 1 members of the contract team. First, we have Mr. Ken Harris, who has held many positions in PASS, including Chapter Chair, first and second level rep positions, and he is currently our technical liaison on the new long-range radar project. Ken also served as the lead AF member on the 2000 contract negotiation team. Additionally, we have Chuck Saragusa, who has also served PASS in many areas, including representing employees at the first and second level, multiple chapter officer positions, as the regional and national assistant, and as the lead for the ATO contract negotiations, where PASS successfully avoided having work rules imposed. When asked about his choices for the contract team, Luke Drake, the Region 1 Vice President, had this to say: "I'm very proud of the accomplishments of both of these outstanding members, and I'm pleased that they've accepted my request for their continued service on this most important team." We'll be highlighting the Region 2 and 3 members in the upcoming videos during our contract negotiation updates. PASS National is working hard on putting together a great team to negotiate the best contract for Tech Ops. The only thing missing now is you. For this team to be successful, they need your input. Do you want to keep your AWS schedule? Do you think we need to change the grievance process, or is there something that you feel is completely missing in the current contract? The only way these changes can be made is by knowing what you want. Visit passil3.com and click on the Contract Ideas link to make sure the team gets your feedback. Today's episode was made possible by these great sponsors.
PASS has recently learned of an incident in Illinois where some of our employees may have been exposed to asbestos. The details of the incident are still being investigated, but we want to ensure that anyone who was exposed receives proper care. If you were in the Hannah City Long-Range Radar Facility between September 10th and February 2011, please contact the Region 1 Vice President Luke Drake at luke.drake@comcast.net. Luke is currently working in conjunction with the FAA to ensure that anyone who has been exposed will receive a baseline X-ray and follow-up monitoring. While we're not trying to scare anyone, it's important to understand that due to the nature of asbestos, complications might not manifest for 15 to 30 years. Documenting the facts of the situation now will help to protect your rights in the future. When we spoke with Luke, he said right now we want to make sure that everyone involved is identified and has the opportunity to receive appropriate medical care. There is nothing more important than our members' health and should be the paramount concern in every situation. Let me be clear. This kind of situation should never happen. But if it does, our collective bargaining agreement holds detailed procedures and remedies to protect our employees from the time asbestos has been identified until it has been removed. Most importantly, the contract gives guidance in the event you're exposed. These are negotiated rights that PASS made sure were put into place to protect our safety for years to come. We are excited to announce our first sponsor from Oklahoma City. For anyone living there or heading to the academy for training in the future, Emerson Biggins Restaurant has donated a $50 gift card to their newly remodeled location at 1732 South Meridian Street in Oklahoma City. We'll be giving this gift card to one lucky member at random on Monday, March 7th. To win this week's prize, head to passil3.com and click on the weekly contest link to be entered into the running. We'll be picking the winner at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so don't miss out. In legislative news, on February 17th, the U.S. Senate passed their version of the FAA reauthorization bill with overwhelming support from both sides. The funding for the FAA is directly tied to this bill and will affect our organization for many years. The bill is aimed at upgrading an aging air traffic system with new technology, increasing staffing level for inspectors, and solving a major loophole in the current collective bargaining process between the FAA and PASS. The House version of this bill includes several provisions important to us, but contains language that differs from the Senate version. Some of our concerns include language that has been removed that requires union involvement in major FAA initiatives, and requirements for FAA-certificated foreign repair stations to be inspected at least twice a year. Additionally, the House bill would allow for different standards between public and privately owned NASA equipment. Folks, we're the experts on these topics, and legislators need our input before this becomes law.
Next week, members from Indiana, Illinois, and Virginia will be heading to Washington, D.C. to do just that. If you're interested in learning more about what PASS is fighting for, or about lobbying your members of Congress, visit the legislative section of the PASS National website. You'll find information on current bills and position papers PASS has written. You can also contact your regional legislative committee member if you're interested in having a class taught in your area on how to lobby your member of Congress. Many of PASS's members are actively engaged in donating their time to improve others' lives. This week, we're highlighting a member and the major project he's working on in his local community. South Carolina's chapter member Brian Strickland is dedicated to helping wounded veterans. Recently, he began planning a charity concert that will take place on July 9th in Columbia, South Carolina. The concert is called Rock the Vets, and all of the proceeds from the event will be going to the Wounded Warrior Project. The Wounded Warrior Project is a nonprofit organization that helps severely wounded veterans and their families. This program needs our support to be successful. Brian has put together a PayPal donation link for this concert and is asking for your help in making this event a success. You can help these brave soldiers by clicking on the donate button at passil3.com and giving the support to the troops that need it the most. Thanks for tuning in this week. We'll keep you posted on any movement on the FAA reauthorization bill as we get it. Don't forget to visit the website and give your feedback for the new Tech Ops contract, enter to win this week's giveaway, or to donate to the soldiers that protect our country. Next time, we'll be coming to you from Washington, D.C. See you soon, and be safe out there.